We're on the beach in New South Wales to meet a new Ferrari called the Portofino, which happens to share its name with an Italian seaside village, which partly explains why it's parked on sand here at its Australian launch. And we've got a few minutes with the car now to have a little bit of a walk around and find out what makes it so special, so I'm going to run you through some of the details. The Portofino is Ferrari's entry-level front-engine V8 GT car, or what it calls the everyday Ferrari, which it first introduced as the California about 10 years ago. But it's changed a lot since then, with more of a performance focus through the turbocharged California T and now this third-gen car, the Portofino. What's significant is that more than 70% of people who bought Californias and Cali Ts had never owned a Ferrari before, so it's a really important car for bringing people to the brand. Key to this model change are the engine upgrades derived from the 3.9-litre twin-turbo V8 in the back of the Ferrari 488. And it's a proper Ferrari engine with a flat-plane crankshaft and a power output of 441 kilowatts. Maximum torque is 760 newton meters, though that's only available in top gear because of Ferrari's staged torque delivery system, which ramps up from third gear to seventh. Redline is at 7,500 RPM, and Ferrari says that there's zero turbo lag, helped by a redesigned intake with larger diameter piping and a new intercooler. Acceleration takes 3.5 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour and 10.8 seconds to 200. And this is what it sounds like. The exhaust is variable with electronic flaps in it to keep the engine note muted in its comfort driving mode and louder when in sport. The gearbox is a 7-speed dual-clutch transaxle, which means it's mounted between the rear wheels, and that helps with weight distribution. The chassis itself is completely new, with more aluminium that makes it 80 kilograms lighter and structurally 35% more rigid. Curb weight is 1,664 kilos, which isn't too bad for a car with a retractable hardtop, especially one with a folding mechanism as dramatic as this one. It takes 14 seconds to open or close the lid, and it can actually be operated when moving at speeds of up to 40 kilometers an hour. Having the roof up leaves more room in the boot for luggage, though Ferrari says a pair of carry-on bags will still fit when the roof is down. Other changes around the car include stiffer suspension, with springs that have been firmed up by almost 20% front and rear, but the dampers are adjustable for different road surfaces, so the ride quality should be maintained. This spring change for tighter body control is in keeping with the sports focus that Ferrari has been dialing into this car since the first-gen California. Inside the cabin, it's an all-new car that draws in elements of the 488 and even the 812 Superfast. The instrument cluster has a central rev counter with two 5-inch screens on either side. Then there's a 10.25-inch widescreen display in the middle and a new 8-inch display on the other side for the passenger. It's quieter than before, and there's some lightweight stuff in here which you can't actually see, including magnesium in the seat structures. As for pricing, it's in fact slightly cheaper than the old car, now priced at a whisker less than 400 grand. So that's the 2018 Ferrari Portofino in a nutshell. The first right-hand drive Australian delivered cars will be here around the end of this year, but we're going to be driving it overseas in the next couple of days, so you'll be able to see more about what it's like at wheelsmag.com.au.